nimesikia Rigathi Gachagua akiongea. Na amesema vizuri ati kuna magoons wanapangwa kuharibu town. Saba Saba. Saba Saba ndio maandamano sio kidogo. Na hiyo ndani kubwa Mr. Speaker. Na hiyo ni kubwa juu tutakutana. Sisi kama watu wa Raila, Saba Saba inakuwa ya Raila Mr. Speaker. Na mimi nitaenda. Lazima niende juu Saba Saba ni ya Raila. Sio hao. Hakuna maandamano tunaenda shopping. Hakuna maandamano Mr. Speaker. Tusidanganye watu tunaenda maandamano nini tunaenda. Mr. Speaker, tusikuja hapa kudanganya raia. Mtu yote mwenye anaenda maandamano, lazima akuwe na target kwa akili yake. Sasa emergency wote wako hapa wanachukua order kwa maduka. Ikifika on Monday kwa Gonea, wao sema nataka nini? Ndio hizi hapa. Hakuna maandamano watu wanaenda kuchukua vitu town, hakuna. Ati unaenda maandamano ati Ruto aende one time. Hiyo ni ndoto. Na lazima rudie kama hao wengine. Hakuna president mwenye ameenda one time. Nataka uniambie kwa one time ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alifanya nayo nini? Alifanya nini? Kwa one time ya Kibaki alifanya nayo nini? Hakuna. Ruto one time yake tu hajamaliza one time amejenga nyumba. One bedroom ni 700. Bado mnapinga. Bado mnapinga.
Saseni my guys. Hapa niko Nairobi Marathon na kila mtu anasema one time. Ni kumoto manze.
Tuombee taifa letu ili pepo mbaya ambayo inasababisha furugu, mali kuharibika, michafuko, fujo, hiyo pepo ishindwe katika taifa letu la Kenya. We want a peaceful nation. Tunataka taifa yenye iko na amani. Ndio tufanye maendeleo, tubadilishe taifa letu la Kenya. Asanteni sana kwa kunikaribisha hapa Embu. Nitarudi tena katika shughuli ya maendeleo ya sehemu hii. Mimi nawatakia heri, nawatakia baraka.
Mwisho kabisa ni kuwaomba kwa heshima tuendelee kuiombea nchi yetu kwa sababu dereva wa hii nchi ameshaipeleka msitu. Tafadhali dakika moja. Emoe. Sawa, dakika moja tu. Ezo tienda muhoere bururi. Sawa. Ngamurathime muhoere bururi no muririkane ni one.
To talk to the young people out there who in my past life I worked with in so many platforms. The shops that are being looted could easily be your parents' shop. That guy who is sending you out there will not show up, or maybe will just come to a funeral, maybe when you've met your death on the roads. It is very sad what this whole movement that had a lot under Gen Z has been taken over politically. Tomorrow, Saba Saba should be a day for the young people to sit back and reflect and ask themselves, what is our main agenda? As you can see, politics has already started, campaigns are on, and your voice needs to be part of the next general election. But it won't be found in the streets. The big battle is coming in 2027. Go out there. When we are registering as voters, go out there and register to vote. That is where the main battle will be. It will not be found in the streets, it will be found in the ballots. And I want to ask you to come out and support the president with everything that he's doing right now. You can see how much economic empowerment that is going around through even our deputy president and the teams that are going to the villages there. to meet our people and ask them what they want, what they need, and it is actually being done. Sit back tomorrow, call your leadership, start having an agenda about this movement. Only then will your voice that is already loud enough will also be heard in 2027. Thank you so much. May we have a peaceful Saba Saba day tomorrow. Asanteni sana.
Punge power. Power. Comrade Viva. Viva. I am delighted to be here this afternoon to also add my voice to call upon all the Kenyan people to come out in their numbers on Monday as we commemorate the 35th Saba Saba in the country of Kenya. The first Saba Saba was meant to enlarge the democratic liberties, one of it being multi-party. But as we commemorate the 35th one, we will be agitating for economic liberties. And therefore, it is in the best interest of every Kenyan to come out in their numbers to fight for their rights, to commemorate and to honor those people who put their lives on the line for the better of everyone. As we come out on Monday, I want us to be as peaceful as possible, because that is what the Constitution requires us to do. That even as we agitate for our rights, we should also remember that we have our responsibilities as well. But having said that, I must also call upon the government to act with restraint. We are not coming to threaten anyone's property or anyone's life. We are only coming to make our voices heard so that Kenyans can express their dissatisfaction and their frustrations. The government will have to pay attention, listen to the plight of Kenyans, and do what is required of them. We call upon the same government to desist every temptation that can make them pay goons and infiltrate our peaceful protests on Monday. That paying goons will only aggravate the already bad situation. And as we call upon Kenyans to be peaceful, it's only the government that can decide whether the protest on Monday will be peaceful or otherwise. Because as I have always been saying, there are two forms of violence: offensive violence and defensive violence. We will be coming peacefully with no intention of causing violence, but be it that the government will pay goons to infiltrate our peaceful protest, then we will defend ourselves violently so that we safeguard our lives. Saba Saba is to be a national holiday. No usual business should be carried out. Ours will only be to tell the government to do what is expected of them. We are here as Bunge la Mwananchi, as the only opposition existing right now. The traditional opposition, as we all know, they have been swallowed by government, and they are now singing to the tune of the oppressors. And therefore, the ordinary Kenyans must fill the void and fight for the people. And we are privileged today as Bunge la Mwananchi to be the people to fight for the people. Bunge viva! Viva! Comrade viva! Viva! Saba Saba viva! Viva! Thank you very much.
On Saba Saba, Monday, July 7, we will hold a peaceful march across all the streets of the nation. We will walk in honor of our fallen comrades. We will march for justice against the extrajudicial killings, abductions, and for the freedom we were born to enjoy. We speak not as rebels, but as the rightful heirs to the dream of Kenya. We are the voices of the generations. We are the children of pain, of unemployment, of abandoned classrooms, of empty promises. But we are also the children of hope, courage, and unity. This Monday, July 7th, 2025, we rise again for Saba Saba, a day etched in the soul of Kenya. It was on July 1990 when the fearless heroes likes of Matiba, Charles Rubia, Wanga and Raila Odinga stood up against tyranny. They birthed our second liberation, a historic step towards multi-party democracy. And today, 35 years later, we carry the torch, not for power, but for justice.
My closing remarks is that after Saba Saba, we are going to engage in another form of protests that has never been witnessed in this country, where we will be occupying the homes of members of parliament, MCAs, governors, and senators, not to cause violence, but we will just be going there to eat, because they have made our economy so hard that we can't even afford meals for ourselves. So we want them to feel the heat of feeding people. So we will be having at least 1,000 people in every homestead of every leader until this finance bill that they passed the other day expires. Kwa sababu tukisema uchumi ni mbaya, wanadhani tunadanganya. So that is the kind of protest we will be having. Occupy their houses, members of parliament mostly, so that they can help us deal with the problem that we are having. Thank you very much.